Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good afternoon to everyone. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to warmly welcome all of you to today's workshop entitled AI and Research Integrity. We are very pleased to see participants joining us, whether you are lecturers, researchers, or students who are interested in exploring the role of artificial intelligence in academic work. The aim of this session is to understand how AI can be applied in research while ensuring that academic integrity remains a priority. We are fortunate to have two distinguished speakers with us today who will share their perspectives and experiences. Before we begin, just a few reminders. We are streaming this session. Please use the chat box to post your questions during the Q&A session. Kindly remain attentive throughout the workshop, and an attendance form will be provided towards the end of the workshop. Please fill it before leaving, as the workshop is important for certification and documentation. Before we begin, let us start with a prayer for the blessing of this session. I would like to invite Muhammad Zul Hazan bin Rasid to recite the prayer.
Al-Fatihah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil mursalin. Wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Allahumma innaka khalaqul azim. Innaka sami'ul alim. Innaka ghafurur rahim. Innaka rabbul arshil azim. Innaka al-barul jawadul karim. O Allah, we bless our souls, our tongues, and our thoughts in your care. Bless this gathering of ours with your mercy and guidance. Make this assembly a source of knowledge, unity, and benefit. O Allah, open for us the doors of wisdom, spread upon us your mercy and blessings, and make our efforts sincere and your sake alone. O Allah, make this program successful, fruitful, and beneficial for all who are present. Accept our deeds, forgive our shortcomings, and grant us the strength to continue serving your religion and humanity with sincerity and integrity. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Walhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Amin ya rabbal alamin.
Thank you for the prayer recitation. Now we have our first speaker, Mr. Lestington Maxima, academic lecturer from the Early Childhood Education Department. To a little bit background, Mr. Listing holds a Bachelor of Teaching in Physical Education with honors from ITG Campus Ratu Lincang and a Master of Education in Physical Education from Institut Kebangsaan Malaysia. His expertise includes STEM in physical education, and he is also recognized as a physical educational technology trainer. His research covers important areas such as the use of multimedia approaches in 21st century rural physical learning, as well as the readiness of rural school teachers in improving physical children's language skills through multimedia. Among his notable works and publications are visual learning and facilitation, implementation through learning management systems, evaluation and impact of technology integration on students' achievement, teachers' quality and school management, cybersecurity awareness in higher education, evaluating the impact of online safety campaigns, and 21st century learning in rural school development of early literacy. He has also been recognized as the creativity in teaching and learning champion under the physical teacher category. Mr. McListon will be speaking on research ethics, and without further ado, please welcome him to this session.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Miss Norliana, for the great introduction. Okay, everyone. Assalamualaikum and good day, everyone. I'm Mr. Lieutenant Masino from the Department of Early Childhood Education. Today, we will unpack the ethic of research, the principle that guide how we plan, conduct, and publish our study, so we protect participant right, safety, and dignity, build credibility and public trust, and align with laws, policies, and professional standards. For example, a simple parent survey on preschool screen time. Ethic determines how we recruit parents, what we disclose, how we store responses, and how we report the result fairly. So this is ethic. What do you know about ethic? So in this session, we will unpack the ethic of the research. Okay, ethics, also known as moral philosophy, is a branch of philosophy that involves systemizing, defending, and recommending concept of right and wrong behavior. So we will look on the objective for today. By the end of this session, you will, number one, understand the core principle of research ethic, and then know your responsibilities as student researcher. And then number three, identify common ethical risks and plan mitigations. Number four, navigate approval, supervisor, school or organization, and ethic if required. And the last one is apply good practice in authorship and data handling. If you plan interview with preschool teacher, you should finish today knowing exactly what to include in consent, how to anonymize quotes, and which approval to secure before data collection. Okay, research ethic involves the application of fundamental ethical principle to planning, conducting, and publishing of research. What is research ethic? Research ethics is applying fundamental ethical principle to how we plan, conduct, and publish research. Particularly, it means designing fair method, treating people with respect, and reporting honestly. So the work protect participant and it worth trusting. For example, during a classroom observation, you avoid identifiable video angles, allow teacher to pause the observation if needed, and later report in a way that does not expose a specific school or person. So objective of research ethic. Ethics serve three big aims. First, to guard human participant, their dignity, rights, and welfare. Second, to ensure research benefit individual, groups, and society. Third, to inspect our plans and produce for ethical reliability before we start. For example, if your survey about training teachers' stress might trigger discomfort, you want participant, allow skipping, and provide support context. This protect welfare and check your procedure upfront. So we proceed to ethical principle of research. As the overview, pillar used throughout protect. Maybe can share the next slide after the objective. The ethical principle of research. Another slide, please. All right. The ethical principle of research. This is the overview. Pillars used throughout protect. Honesty, integrity, objectivity, informed consent, respect for person or respondent, beneficent, non-malversation, fission or protecting subject, responsible publication, protecting anonymity, confidentiality, non-discrimination, carefulness and respect for intellectual property, openness, openness, and justice. We will translate each into everyday practice with example from school and preschool setting. Proceed to the next slide. This all is the principle of research ethic that I have mentioned just now. So the honesty. Number one is honesty. Honesty means being truthful with beneficiary and respondent, being accurate about method and finding, and being honest with all stakeholders. For example, if your pilot questionnaire was unreliable, you report that limitation instead of hiding it. If an interview quote contradicts your expectation, you still include it fairly in the analysis. How about integrity? Integrity means sincerity, fulfilling agreement and promises, and not cheating false expectation. If you promise a participating preschool a short briefing of result, deliver it by the date you state. Don't imply allowance or certificate you cannot provide. So proceed to the next slide. How about objectivity? Objectivity is about reducing bias in design, analysis, interpretation, and peer review. For example, when observing lesson, you use a predefined rubric, train a second rater, and compare inter-rater agreement. During analysis, you keep an audit trail so decisions are transparent. So how about informed consent? Informed consent means a person knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently agrees to join the study linked to the person's autonomy. You must clearly explain the objective, role, and possible benefit or harms before they decide. For example, script to parents. This interview takes 25 minutes. You may skip any question and you can stop at any time without penalty. Here how we protect your information. Okay, how about respect for person or respondent? Respect for person required respecting autonomy and providing additional protection to those with diminished autonomy. To reduce power pressure when your students are participants, you use a neutral requiter, not the lecturer of record, and reassure them that not participant won't affect grades or standing. So how about beneficent? Beneficent is our obligation to maximize potential benefit and minimize potential harms to respondent. For example, for a sensitive topic like bullying, include content notes, provide counseling contact, and design question to avoid triggering language while still meeting research goal. And then next, we move to non-maleficent or protecting the subject, the human. Do not harm. We must minimize risk and ensure privacy, autonomy, and dignity. For example, replace name with codes, store consent from separately from data, and restrict access to a small team with password protected or encrypted storage. And then we move to responsible publication. Responsible publication means publishing to advance knowledge, not to inflate CVs, and avoiding duplicate publication. For example, don't slimline one dataset into multiple overlapping papers. Instead, report a coherent story and clearly label any secondary analysis. And then we move to protecting anonymity. Anonymity means keeping participant unidentifiable, do not reveal names or any details that could lead back to them. I repeat, do not reveal names or any detail that could lead back to them. For example, report teacher A, urban school. We use this kind of name instead of a real name and avoid specific job title or small school detail that could expose identity. And then how about confidentiality? Okay, confidentiality is means you might know who participants are, but you will not disclose their identity. You protect confidential records, such as introduce an objective of the research, purpose of the discussion, produce of the research, anticipated advantages, benefit or harm for the research, if any, use of the research, their role in research, right to refuse or withdraw, method which will be used to protect anonymity and confidentiality of the participant, freedom to not answer any question or withdraw from the research, and then who to contact if the participant need additional information about the research. For example, keep a separate consent file, limit access to the raw data. This is what a student can do, and then store everything in secure location with clear retention and deletion timeless. Can we back to the next slide before another slide? Back to the slide before confidentiality. Yes. Okay, thank you. Okay. How about non-discrimination? Okay, non-discrimination is avoid unfair, exclusive or treatment based on age, sex, race, ethnicity when it's unrelated to your study. For example, if your research concern general teaching practice, include both urban and rural school unless your question ethically justify focusing on one group. How about openness? Openness openness mean being willing to share result, data, and material responsibly and to accept constructive feedback. For example, publish a de-identified codebook or instrument appendix and welcome review comments that strengthen your analysis. Maybe you can uh, consult with your supervisor about this. And then we back to justice. Before that, I will talk about carefulness and respect to inter- intellectual property. Okay, be careful about errors and biases, give proper credit, and then paraphrase correctly, and never plagiarism. For example, when adapting an observation checklist from a published study, cite the source, describe your modification, and avoid copying text verbatim without quotation and reference. And then next we move to justice. Justice is the obligation to distribute benefit and burdens fares. Treat equally, treat equally and justify any differential treatment. For example, if a school invests time hosting your data collection, reciprocate with a planned language summary or a short staff briefing about findings. Okay, this is the broad categorization of principle practice checklist. Maybe you can use this for your study. Here we use this 5-point checklist before collecting any data. Number one is minimize risk of harm. Number two, obtain informed consent. Number three, protect autonomy and confidentiality. Number four, avoid misleading practice. And then the last one is provide the right to withdraw. For example, for a study on teacher workload, add a content note, get document consent, assign participant codes, avoid any deception, and make withdrawal a simple email to the researcher. Okay, how about advantage of the research ethic? Okay, good ethics promote the aim of research, increase trust between researcher and respondent, protect dignity, rights, and welfare, hold researcher accountable, uphold cooperation values like mutual respect and fairness, and build public support uh, because people can trust the worth and reliability of the work. For example, when you brief a partner school transparently and protect identities, they are more likely to welcome for the cohort to continue the collaboration. This is very important. Okay, so we take a look at the advantages of research ethic. The point that I have uh, stated in the slide. Okay, number one is research ethic promote the aim of research, and that it increases trust among the researcher and the respondent. And number three is it is very important to adhere to ethical principle in order to protect the dignity, rights, and welfare of research participants. And then researcher can hold accountability and answerable to the action. And then ethic promotes social and moral value. And the next promote the ambition of research, such as understanding, veracity, and taking of error. And the second last is ethical standards, uphold the value that are vital to cooperative work, such as belief, answerability, mutual respect, and impar- impartiality. And then the last one is ethical norms in research, also add to construct public upkeep for research. People are more likely to trust a research project if they can trust the worth of reliability of research. Just like what I said earlier just now. And then the limitation of research ethic. Two common risk cluster. Number one is psychological risk. For example, a questionnaire on trauma may cause distress, mitigate with content warning, skip or withdraw option, support contact, and a brief debrief at the end. Second one is social, legal, and economic risk. For example, if person information is unintentionally released, participant might face stigma, mitigate with early de-identification, aggregate reporting, restrict access, inscription, separate consent uh, form from data, and clear deletion timeline. So, to conclude, ethic is protection and professionalism. It protects people's strange, our scholarship when unsure. So, this is my advice to all student, researcher. When you unsure, pause for a while and consult your supervisor and recheck back concern and approval. So now I really welcoming if you have any question, you can ask me directly or ask me during this workshop. Maybe the question that always keep in your mind as the same have the same question like the others. So do you have any question? Am I too fast,
Thank you,
Miss?
No, I hear
No, is it?
it. Yeah, very good.
Is it clear?
Thank you, Miss. Clear, very clear. Okay, thank you, Mr. Matt Lifton, for such an eye-opening session. Now we will proceed with a 10 minutes Q&A session. Participants, you may type your question in the chat box to ask directly. Okay, AI could ever be listed as a co-author on a research paper, or should it always stay as just a tool?
Okay, thank you for the question. Uh, let's look at a very current question in research. Should AI ever be listed as a co-author on a research paper, or should it say as just a tool? Okay, at present, the global consensus is clear. AI cannot be an author. Why? Because authorship requires three things: making a subs sustainable intellectual contribution, approving the final draft, and taking responsibility for the work. AI system, no matter how advanced, cannot concern, approve, or be accountable. So how should we treat AI? The recommendation is that we treat AI as a tool, not as a collaborator. Think of it like statistical software or plagiarism checker. Powerful, yes, but not author. The right practice is to acknowledge AI transparently. For example, in the meta section of uh, in the in the meta section or acknowledgement, we might write this paper used ChatGPT to assist with language editing and idea generation, and all outputs were checked and verified by the author. Listing AI as a author introduced big risk. This an accountability gap. If something goes wrong, who answer? There are legal and copyright questions because AI systems are trained on vast database, sometimes including copyright material, and it could reduce transparency, making it unclear which part of the research were truly human-led. Now, could this change in the future? Possibly, if AI develop explainable reasoning and accountability mechanism. But right now, the responsible position is this: AI is a tool. Human are the author. What matter is being honest about how we use AI without shifting responsible away from ourselves. Okay, maybe we can proceed to the next question. I hope it's answer Miss Nurul Hidayah question.
Okay, next question. With so much research being done online now, what new ethical challenges do you think researchers face compared to the past? From Farah Aisyah.
Okay, what a great question. Okay, now let's think about how research ethic has changed in the digital age. In the past, much of research was done face to face, whether in classroom, clinics, or labs. Today, so much of it has moved online. This shift brings amazing opportunities, but it also creates new ethical challenges we have to be ready for. The first, informed consent. When everything is online, people may just click agree without really reading or understanding what they sign up for. That means we, as a researcher, have to design consent processes that are short, clear, and interactive. And importantly, participants must always know they can withdraw as easily as they join. Second, data privacy and security. Online research often uses surveys, cloud platform, and then video call. This raises the risk of data leaks or hacking. Imagine if sensitive interview recording were exposed, that could seriously harm participants. So we must use encryption, strong password, anon- anonymization, and clear data deletion timeless. Just like what I said on my introduction just now. And the third, digital traceability. Even if we move name, digital footprint like like IP addresses, location data, or metadata can allow re-identification. That's a risk researcher in the past did not face as much. To address this, we must collect only the data we really need and apply advanced de-identification technique. And then number four, equity and inclusion. Not everyone has equal access to fast internet or digital devices. Online only research risks excluding rural communities, low income participants, or those with limited digital literacy. That means our research could unintentionally become biased. To fix this, we need to consider offline or hybrid option to make participant fairer. And then number fifth that I can think just now, authenticity and fraud. We recruiting online, it easily to people to miss expression themselves, or even for bots to fill out survey. These races are concerned about data quality. Researchers need to bid in screening question and verification checks. And then finally, psychological reach. This one is very, very important. In face-to-face interview, we can notice when someone is distressed. For those who are doing extend research, okay, online is harder to tell. If a participant gets upset answering a sensitive question during the online session, we may not see it. Different, we different uh, if we are doing face-to-face interview. So we must provide easy exit option, headline contact, and immediate support resources. So what's the takeaway? Two core principles of research ethic, respect, benefit, justice are the same, but applying them online requires new strategy. As further researcher and educator, we must adapt to digital context because ethics does not just protect participants, it also protects the integrity of our research. I hope it answer what is Miss Farah Aisha asked just now. Do we have any other question?
Do you have any other question? Okay. From Miss Noeliana, sir, what are some common mistakes in research ethics that we should avoid?
Can you repeat the question for me, please?
What are some common mistakes in research ethics that we should avoid?
Oh, all right. What a great question. What are some common mistake in research ethic that we should avoid? Okay, let's talk about some common mistake in research ethic that research, especially beginners, should avoid. So I call all of you as a beginner because this is the first time you doing a research. Okay, first mistake, treating concern as just a signature. Okay, some researcher rush through informed consent as if it is just a formality. But consent is not just about a signature. It's about making sure participants truly understand what they are agreeing to. We must avoid using long, uh, complicated form that people don't read. Instead, uh, consent should be clear, transparent, and ongoing. Okay, second mistake is collecting too much personal data. It tempting to gather more information just in case we need it. But collecting unnecessary personal detail increase privacy risk. Ethical researcher follow the principle of data minimization. Only collect what you really need. Okay, the third mistake is weak data protection. Sometimes researchers forget about security after collecting data. Storing sensitive information on a unscripted laptop or sharing file casually over email are common but dangerous error. We must always use secure storage, encryption, and clear data deletion timelines. Okay, and the number four that I can think is ignoring vulnerable participant, children, elderly people, and those with disabilities required extra care. Okay, a common mistake is to treat them the same as general participant without adapting concern, procedure, or safeguard. Ethical practice means giving extra protection to those who might be a greater risk. And then number five, what I always uh, tell my student, a lack of transparency in reporting. Some researchers do not clearly report how they handle ethics, whether participants could withdraw, how data was anonymous, and how risks were minimized. Okay, this reduces trust in the research. Always be upfront about your ethical safeguard in your methodology section. And the last thing that I can think is assuming online research has the same rules as face to face, because most of the student, I think, doing the uh, survey, for example, copying social media posts without consent or ignoring the risk of digital re-identification. Okay, online research bring new challenge, and treating in the same way as traditional research is a mistake. So to summarize, okay, this is what I always tell to my student. Don't reduce concern to a formality, and then don't collect unnecessary data. Don't ever. And then don't be careless with storage and security. Don't ignore the needs of vulnerable groups. And then don't hide your ethical procedure in reporting. And don't ever assume online research is risk free. Okay, avoiding this mistake is not just about following rules, but it's about protecting participant, maintaining trust, and strengthening the credibility of our research. Okay, maybe we have any other question.
Okay, last question from Konchen Chen. Sometimes researchers feel pressured to publish quickly. How can we make sure we still do research in the right way, even with deadline and expectation?
Okay, what a great question. Okay, one of the biggest pressure we face as a researcher today is the push to publish quickly, whether for a career progression, funding requirement, or university expectation. But we must ask, how do we balance speed with integrity? Okay, first, quality over quantity. It's better to publish one strong, carefully review paper than several rush ones full of error. Am I right? Cutting corner might get us publish faster, but it damages credibility in the long run. Remember, reputation are built on trust, not number. Okay, second, plan and manage time wisely. A common reason for rushing is poor planning. If we design a realistic timeline, setting aside time for ethic approval, pilot testing, and peer feedback, we reduce the temptation to skip step. Good planning make good research possible, even under pressure. Okay, third, resist questionable shortcuts. Sometimes the pressure to publish leads to mistakes like plagiarism, selecting data into slamming publication or using AI tools without disclosure. This practice may speed things up, but they violate research ethics. The right way is to stay transparent and honest, even if it takes more time. Fourth, protect participant at all costs. We must never compromise participant welfare just to meet a deadline. For example, rushing interview with proper concern or ignoring data protection rules because they take time to set up. Deadlines can be extended, but participant trust, once broken, is gone forever. Okay, the fifth one is use collaboration wisely. Okay, working in a team can help distribute the workload. Instead of cutting ethical corners, share responsibilities. Let one person focus on uh, data collection, another on analysis, and another on writing. But for sure, this is your own work. Collaboration reduce pressure and help maintain standard. Please uh, get advice from your supervisor. And then finally, remember the big picture. You must remember the big picture. I always tell to my student, why do we do research? Why? It's not just for finish your degree. No, you ask yourself why we do research. It's not just to fill our CV. It's not just for our graduation day, just to complete our degree. No, it's to create knowledge that others can rely on. If we rush and make mistakes, our work may mislead others, waste resources, or even harm communities. That's not success, that's failure. So the message is simple. Deadline and expectation are real, but integrity comes first. Integrity must come first. With careful planning, teamwork with your supervisor, and a commitment to ethic, we can meet our goals without sacrificing the quality and honesty that make research truly valuable. Thank you, Miss Conchanchan, for the question.
I
So,
think
do we have
that's all the
other
question.
question?
No.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. McLifton, for answering the questions. Okay, next, it is my pleasure to introduce our second speaker, Mr. Ahmad Muslim bin Dolhan, academic lecturer from Science, Technology, Engineering, Mathematics Department. Mr. Ahmad Muslim holds a Bachelor of Education in Mathematics from IPG Campus Sarawak Miri and a Master of Education in Mathematics from Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. His expertise and interests lie in the use of AI for research and education. Among his notable contributions include his involvement in the Mathematics Non-Option Teacher (CPD) in Sarawak, focusing on AI in education, as well as the Mathematics Dual Language Program for teachers in the Lundu district, particularly in the application of AI for instructional language and lesson development. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Ahmad Muslim with his session about AI in research.
Okay, thank you, Norliana, for the invitation. I really appreciate it. Okay, so let me share my screen. Let me share my screen first. Uh, wait, yeah. Okay, so I hope everyone can see my screen now. Okay, so I think everyone can see my screen now. Uh, so yeah, empowering research with AI, the introduction. So today I'm going to share my thought, my just a little bit experience on doing research with AI. Okay, so my name is Ahmad Muslim bin Dolhan. I'm from STEM Department, IPG Kampus Tun Abdul Razak, Samarahan. And yeah, about research in AI, right? I did remember not quite a long time ago where we start of using AI. There are so much questions about AI, right? Was like, what AI can do, what AI cannot do, what are the limitation? And then during the time, I don't even know what AI can do, what things that can be done with AI. But as we go through times, I learned actually AI can do a lot of things. Okay, so for today, I'm just going to share to you with just a little bit of my experience and knowledge with AI lah, yeah. Okay, so before we start, I need everyone to join my class point because I'm going to do I'm going to make this as interactive as possible. Yeah. Okay, so for first, can everyone join my class point? Just scan the code. I mean, sorry, scan the QR for me. Okay, I hope especially the MT and mathematics students and PAKK students, you can scan the QR so that we can join together. Wait, okay, I allow guess. Baru dapat. Yeah, I can see 17 participants here on my screen. I think at least we should have 59 of you. Wow, we do have Juju Ghazali here. Yeah. It doesn't matter if you you can use any name you like. This one just for the matter of so that we can interact. Of course, also we can interact using the YouTube chat there, live chat. $39, Pipin, Bora, Daniel, Nazatul, KZL, HM, Shiji, Nanas, Nanana, yeah, please join. Okay. Nurfara Farhana, wo, okay. Connie, Janine, okay. Is there anyone else wanted to join? Okay, 50. 51, 52. Okay, we have 52 already with us. And 56. 57. I need two more. Okay, for those who cannot join today, it's okay. You can also we also can interact with each other using the live chat. Okay, so 50 of you, 60 of you. So I think I will stop the we'll stop here, and we are going to continue with the slide today. Okay, so yeah. Now, my first question is, what common challenges have you faced when conducting research? Okay, can you share to me? What are the common challenges have you faced when you're conducting research? I want to know first. I should respond. It's okay. Prompt created. Oh, okay. Literature review, finding a problem. Okay, what else? I can't get enough respondent. Okay. Literature review. Approach respondent. Finding a problem. Approach respondent time. Plagiarism. Collecting data, data review. Okay. No idea about my content. Okay, I'm giving. Okay, we are not enough. I don't not enough. What? I can't get enough respondent. Prompt created. Approach respondent. No idea about my content. Still, the literature review is the biggest one. Okay. So the more people write the literature review, right, the bigger it become. So that's mean uh that is the our common problem. Like plagiarism, only two. Not enough respondent, only one. But literature review is now six. Now literature review get still six. Okay, I think we should stop now. And oh, still want to. Okay, can I let you respond some more? Motivation. Oh yeah, data review. Looking for suitable title. Hey, all right. I close the submission now. Okay. Oh, it's still one there. Some of you still writing. Okay, so I close the submission now, lah, yeah, because I think the data is saturated already. Okay, so now let us have a look at your response together. So most of you, I mean, like the most frequent answer is literature review. Yeah, doing literature review is not easy, right? And I am admitting that as well, because we have to read, we have to find a paper, a suitable paper, a big impact paper, to do the literature review. But it's okay. Today I'm going to help you with this problem, the literature review. Although um, although maybe actually for the literature review itself, it needs another workshop alone. Most of the workshop, when it comes to literature review, they are going to do it maybe half day for the literature review itself only. So yeah, so for today, I'm just going to do my best to help you with the literature review. And then lack of respondent, I think that's one AI cannot do, because today we are going to discuss about the AI only. Short of time, maybe I can help you today with the short of time. And then the analysis of data, sure, I can help you with the how to analyze the data using AI prompt created. Okay, about the prompt, you don't know how to prompt, is it? Is that what you mean? You don't know how to prompt, right? It's okay. Also, I can help with that today. Hard to contact with teachers. Okay, this one I cannot help. So this one, because today we are focusing on the AI because we cannot ask the AI to contact the teacher. Memang you yourself must go there and discuss with the teacher. So it's about the time management lah. No topic to make research. That's okay. I believe today I also can help with that ethical consideration. This one has been covered by Mr. McClifton just now. Okay, again, don't know what should I do. I can help with that totally. Okay, and then collect data. Collect data, yes. Okay, collect data and time management. This one of course, it's up to you yourself. And of course, you can consult your supervisor as well about this. Okay, and then what else? Finding a problem. No problem. Actually, the problem is everywhere. And then what else? A lot of procedure. We can we can manage this by using AI. Yes, no problem. Short of time, we can manage research objectives. Sure, I can help with that today. So most of the problem you okay, again, to elaborate my writing, I can help with that. Okay, so as long as I see here, okay, I insert this one as a slide and I award star to all. Okay, you can check your font and you can see that your font is glowing with the confetti there because I give you stars. Okay, so I insert this as a slide first, yeah, so that this will be my future reference lah. And so don't worry about this. All of this I'm going to try to cover to you, although it might not be I might not cover it all, but I will do my best for you today. Okay, so next questions. Which AI tools have you used? I also want to know which AI tool have you used before. Okay, so here you go. Please respond. Which AI tool? Oh, ChatGPT. ChatGPT. What else? DeepSeek. ChatGPT. Gemini. Yes, Gemini. I'm going to share about Gemini today. Also going to share about ChatGPT. Consensus. Wow, some of you have been using Consensus, ChatGPT, and Love. Okay. Consensus, Gemini, Cloud. Good. Very good. ChatGPT free version, ChatGPR. I think typo is okay. ChatGPT, Jenny. Okay, yes, good. Some of you have tried Jenny, which is good. Jenny also a very good AI. Yes, connected paper at last. Copilot, SciSpace, very good. SciSpace also a very good AI. I love SciSpace. I love Consensus. Notebook LM, very good. Yes, Perplexity, Copilot, okay. ChatGPT, Notebook LM, Consensus, Grok, yes, Grok AI, very good. Grok AI is also very good. It just is the matter of how we prompt it, right? Because previously you told me, right? Some of you is having problem on how to prompt. Later I will share you the solution. Yeah, Eric, wow, so good. Google Translate. Okay. Okay, notebook. Consensus, of course, ChatGPT. Very good. Google Scholar, plus AI, Copilot, Consensus. Also, so that's mean you are not that new to AI. Okay, so I think the data saturated already. So I close submission. Oh, someone still, okay. Perplexity. Is there any more? Okay, so I'm closing the submission now, yeah? Again, I'm awarding you with stars and I'll insert this as a slide. Okay? So here. So This is your submission about what AI you have used before. And of course, ChatGPT is the biggest one here, followed by Gemini. Okay? So yeah, ChatGPT. ChatGPT is one of the AI that we can use. And it's just a matter of how you prompt and how you use the AI, all right? So and then some use Gemini, the second one, and some got consensus. Yeah, I'm sharing consensus today. I also going to share about the site AI and maybe some Elicit AI. That the one, all these AI are for mainly for literature review. Okay, ChatGPT for the literature review purpose, maybe it can help on the writing side of it or on the managing or extracting the data. Okay. How about size space? Yes, size space also function also have a great function on finding the great literature, and notebook LM here is good for summarizing. Okay, let us see how we are doing today and see how what AI I can share. Okay, so thank you for the response. I really appreciate this. So next, why AI is important in research? Of course, it can accelerate literature review as the AI will do the searching for you, right? You don't have to like uh, waiting for the search. I mean, like you just scroll, but actually AI can do that. Okay, for example, the size space, the site AI, okay, you just have to know how to do it. And then, of course, discover hidden connection, machine learning algorithm, help identify overlooked connection between studies. I'm going to share to you today, this letter, how you are going to discover the hidden connection between papers, how it connected. Of course, for language support and AI assist as a non-native English writer in crafting clear academic prose whilst maintaining the unique voice and perspective. Okay, language support also another barrier. I think another challenges that we as a student face before. And then for enhanced analysis, advanced AI tool provides sophisticated data analysis and visualization capabilities, making complex pattern more accessible. Uh, Sometimes as a human error, right? As a human, we might facing this problem. You know, we often 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 uh often mislook the data. For example, the uh we have some data from our survey, right? We might overlook some unclean data, and we can ask help from AI to find or to clean our data for us. Okay. So next one, the limitation, ethic, and best practice. Okay, for ethic part, I'm not going to uh, elaborate more because it's been elaborated by Mr. McClifton just now. But yeah, let me focus on limitation and best practice. Okay, the first one is hallucination risk. Yes, AI can produce convincing result, but we as a human, we still must have to have a look again at that the data that been presented. You know why? Because when the AI reach certain limitation, for example, the it reached the out context position where it's too much data already or too much chat or too much context already, and it can't process it anymore, right? So it will produce some hallucination. Okay, the thing is not there, but the AI might tells you it is there with some convincing fake symbol. So again, do not trust AI 100%. There are risks of hallucination. Okay. For example, if you ask the AI about the importance of, for example, the gamification in learning pre-number or on mathematics, somehow, if you if it cannot find you the answer, it will create the answer. Okay, so we must check. So, okay, the best practice is always check the originality, or the you must always check also the context of the information you get from the AI. And then the second one is data privacy. Be cautious when uploading sensitive research data to AI platform. Consider intellectual property implication and institutional data protection policies. And then again, next one is plagiarism concern. Over reliance on AI generated text without proper attribution can constitute to academic misconduct. Use AI as a tool for enhancement, not replacement of original thinking. You still have to think. Again, you still have to think. Whenever you generate text from AI, right? We as a researcher, yeah, we are researcher right now. You research. I also did research. Even I just went back from research meeting at Theatre Hotel just now. So after that, I'll straight doing this banker with you. Okay, so again, for plagiarism concern, we as a researcher, we must always check, especially the context. Sometimes, what what I mean, sometimes whatever the AI give you, it can be misguided. It can be sometimes too ideal, it's too ideal. Okay, so you as a human, you must help with that. You must check again with that. Do not trust it 100%. Okay. And then next one is to always follow your institution or target general specific guideline regarding AI use. MOE and MQA policies provide a clear framework for ethical AI adoption in Malaysian academia. Okay, for this one, you can always check with your supervisor on the guideline. There is a book for this. Okay. Golden rule, always verify AI output, cite responsibly, and maintain transparency about AI assistant in your research process. Okay. Next one is I'm going to talk about done with AI, not done by AI. It's very different. It's very different, right? Done with AI means you are using AI as a help, but done by AI means AI did it for you. Okay, so which one should you choose? Should you choose done with AI or done by AI? Can you type the answer at live chat there? Is it done with AI or done by AI is the right way? I want to see your answer at live chat. Should we done with AI or done by AI? Okay, Shannon MC responded done with AI. Yes, that is a correct answer. Done with AI. Very good. Done with AI, not done by AI. If by AI means you just copy whatever the output there and just put it into your paper, right? But with AI, maybe you are using the AI to analyze, to see the research gap, to see the connection between papers. And then after that, you are going to process it again. You are going to synthesize it again. That is done with AI. Okay? By AI. With AI together. Yes. Okay? Done with AI together with AI lah ya. So, do not done by AI. Okay? That is a very different concept. Okay, thank you for the answer. I can see Connie, I can see Nur Irdina, Shalin Leong, Farah Farhana. Okay, Fana with AI. Thank you, everyone. So, next one, I am going to share to you the importance of good prompting with AI. Yes, Sharifah Nurul Ainul Fakiha. Alright, so important of good prompting, right? Uh, this is the poor prompt. Okay, we have a look at the poor prompt and the good prompt first. Help me plan my research. This is a very poorly designed prompt. Okay, you see here, help me plan my research. This is too vague. Requests provide no context, audience, or specific requirement, leading to generic, unfocused data. Okay, so what you must do is, okay, let us see the good prompt first. Okay, this is a good prompt. You are expert research supervisor and will help me planning my research. I am planning a case study on the impact of gamified fraction lesson on year 5 students in Malaysia. Suggest 3 clear research objectives, a suitable qualitative method, and potential data collection instrument. This is a very good data. Sorry, not good data, good prompt. This is a very good prompt. Okay, compared to the previous one. Help me plan my research. Even if you tell me, sir, help me plan my research. I also don't know how to help you with unless you give me context, unless you tell me your what you need clearly. So that's why if you want a good answer, you must be very specific of your questions. Okay. This specific prompt, okay, we are going to talk about the good prompt now. This specific prompt include role, context, format, tone, and clear constraint. You must include all this. Effective prompting is the key to unlocking AI's full potential in research. The difference between a vague request and a well-crafted prompt can mean the difference between generic output and genuinely useful assistant. Don't worry. Okay, I know some of you might, sir, how can I do such a specific prompt? You can use AI to make such a specific prompt to prompt on AI as well. So don't worry. I'm going to share you later, yeah? I'm going to share you later. I'm so excited to share to you now, but let us finish this slide first. Okay, so first you specify the role, tell the AI what perspective to take. For example, act as a research supervisor. Okay, so I uh for me, for me, uh in our case as a researcher, right, we need a supervisor. So that's why I always ask the AI. I love to ask the AI to act as a research supervisor. Uh so that we can have another supervisor, right? A supervisor that always be with us. It's always there. You can even ask at 3 a.m. in the morning. Okay? Can it replace the real supervisor? No, it cannot replace the real supervisor. Yeah, because yeah, before you use the AI, you also must have the knowledge itself, the knowledge of researching first. And you know, who have the knowledge of the research methodology? Of course, your real supervisor, your human supervisor, your Puan Farah, your Mr. Ikwan. Those are the real supervisor with the real knowledge on research. Okay, the AI. Okay, the AI research supervisor is your help only. As I told you before, this AI research supervisor might hallucinate, but your real supervisor, your Puan Farah, your Mr. Ikwan won't hallucinate. Don't worry. So that's why again, uh, treat the answer from your your AI supervisor ni carefully. You must always check with your supervisor. but you check your own first. Okay, you check your AI supervisor's response first. Okay, you humanize it, then you go to your human supervisor, then you go to Puan Amy. Baru after that, then you go to Puan Amy. After that, then you go to your Mr. McClifton. Okay, you must check the output first. Do not whatever the AI generated, you put it there, palm, and sir, this is my work. That is not a good practice. Okay, that is not a good practice. You must check yourself first, read yourself first, see the context first, especially. That's why after you specify the role, right, you must provide the context. Give background information relevant to your request. In your context, you are planning a research, for example, and then you are planning a case study on what? On a gamified fraction lesson on year 5 students in Malaysia. Okay, there is your context, and then you have to define your format. Suggest 3 clear research objectives. That is your format. That is your format. Okay, bullet points, a paragraph, a table, and then you must set the tone. Is it appropriate academic or professional tone, or is it a relaxed tone? It depends on you. But for research paper, of course, it's appropriate academic or professional tone. Include constraint. Okay, include constraint means you can specify word limit, target audience, or other requirement. For example, for the prompt that we have up here is actually the target audience is your 5 students. Okay, and then on what topic? Gamified fraction lesson. Okay, so that is example of good prompt. Okay, but the prompt, I know you are going to feels like, sir, I cannot do the prompt, sir, because the prompt is so hard, so long. Is there any way, or is there any format, is there any formula to prompt properly? Yes, there are formula, there are formats, but today I'm going to share to you uh, how to build the prompt with how to build the prompts by AI for you to use on AI again later. Okay, so don't worry, we are going to come to that part soon. So yeah, so next one, I'm going to share to you about the project function in ChatGPT or GEMS in Gemini. Eh, I believe you know the project function in ChatGPT and also GEMS in Gemini. I'm going to show to you after this. I'm going to demo it to you. If it's possible, you can follow the step as well with me. Okay, wait, yeah. Okay, so actually at ChatGPT there, I also just noticed like a few days ago, there are the project functions. Okay, the project function means you can organize your research workflow using ChatGPT project feature to maintain context across multiple conversation and research phase. You can create a dedicated space for literature notes. You can store dataset and analysis result, maintain research ideas and hypotheses, track methodology development. Okay, this is ChatGPT project. What you can do with ChatGPT project. So actually, for the research assistant role, I suggest you do it on ChatGPT project so that it will keep in the context of what you are discussing. If you are using the general chat, right, uh, it might answer you with out of context answer. It lose the context. So I'm going to show you how to do the ChatGPT project later. Okay, and then Gemini Gems is to utilize Gemini Gems feature to create a pre-configured AI assistant tailored for specific research tasks: literature review specialist, methodology advisor, writing and editing assistant, data analysis helper. Okay. So the question might rise now, right? So what are the difference between this ChatGPT and Gemini? Gems, sorry. what are the differences between this ChatGPT project and Gemini Gems? Yeah, it's very different. It's totally different. Okay, so which one to use? I'm using both. Okay, I'm using both. Okay, so let us see the difference first. Aspect Gemini Gems, Google Gemini, ChatGPT project. Let us see to the right side of our screen here. Okay, the purpose AI shortcut. Gemini Gem is an AI shortcut template for single tasks. Okay, but ChatGPT project, I call it project lah ya. From now on, I will call Gemini Gem as gems, and then ChatGPT project is project. So that's how I define it. Okay, so for gems, it is a shortcut template for single tasks. For example, you are going to do prompting, right? You want the prompting gems, right? Where you put your prompt there and Gemini gems will help you make the prompts better. And then, but ChatGPT for project, it will, it is a more uh, comprehensive set of AI. So for research assistant, you are going to use the ChatGPT project to be your research assistant. But for Gemini, it will help you with prompting, with some single task. Okay, the book it's not a continuous task, but it's a single task. Okay, setup time quick. Gemini Gems is very quick to set up, but project it will take more times, more involved like naming, file, scope. Okay, okay. For the scope, Gems is for a single task shortcut. Means you don't have to prompt many times. You just have to prompt one times and then just put whatever you want there. Okay, and then but for ChatGPT project, it's a full workflow planning to analyze. Okay, and then data handling, store prompts only, no large file support. That is for GEMS. But for GPT project, handle files plus instruction, complexity. GEM is beginner friendly, light use, more complex for structured long-term use. When to use a fast, okay, for a fast, repeatable task, for example, rewriting text. Okay, what I'm always using when I'm always using the gems. Okay, for example, I'm making a sentence in meeting minute mesyuarat. Okay, so I make my own gems, which is the minute meetings gems, and then I just put whatever words there, sentence there. Uh, it will repair it for me. It will help me there. Okay, so that is the one of the example of gems. It's a repeatable task. For something that require more complicated tasks, I would go for ChatGPT project. Again, for example, research assistant. This is what our presentation today is all about, right? But research in AI. Okay, for the similarities, both self-instruction, reduce prompt, fatigue, and customize AI response. Okay, analogy, shortcut or mini tool, and then you know, okay, this one for ChatGPT project, it is a workspace. Okay, again the analogy, you can think that Gem as a shortcut or mini tools, but for workspace, for the project, it is actually a workspace. Okay, so next one. This is the example of Gem summarizing an article. You can make a summarizing articles, and also you can make a citation formatting, but I'm not suggesting you this. You can use Zotero or you can use Mendeley for citation formatting. I'm putting it here just for giving you the example, for the sake of giving you an example. And then you can emails draft. If you want to emails, write a proper emails to your lecturer, to teachers, to PPD. For example, you are going to ask permission from PPD to do some to collect some data on some schools. Of course, must go through the PPD, although you have the JPN, for the letter from JPN, still you must go to the PPD, right? And then you are so worried. How can I write a good letter, a good formal letter to the PPD? Can I draft it first? Yes, you can draft it first. You can draft it by using the gems. You can set the gems function, which is to help you write the emails draft. Idea brainstorming, for example, generate 10 potential keyword for a literature search. You can ask the gems to generate your keyword to use when you want to search. For example, you want to search about the collaborative learning. Okay, when you use gem, if you want to search for collaborative learning, for uh, for early education childhood, PAKK, you can ask the gems to write you the keywords, and then you can put the keywords on the search engine, and there you go. It can maybe improve your finding of the paper. Okay, for ChatGPT projects, research proposal development, yes, you can use the ChatGPT project as a research proposal development. For example, you can upload draft and papers, refine methodology. Okay, long-term literature review, upload multiple paper groups summarized by theme, and then collaborative analysis, upload dataset, generate preliminary analysis, refine later. Okay, and then writing a journal article. Sir, are you serious? Yes, you can. Writing a journal article. You can store draft, reviewer comment, and style guideline. But again, again, treat the output carefully. You as a researcher, you still have to check the output. Okay? Because trust me, you are much better than AI actually. AI just give you whatever answer it can give. Sometimes it's hallucinate, sometimes it gives something that is too ideal, something that is too ideal, and at the same time it's too impossible to do. Yeah, I sometimes face the answer that is too ideal. When I see right the answer, this is good actually. But then when I read as a researcher, yeah, it's good, but it's too ideal. It's too Sometimes it's too ideal, sometimes it's doesn't make sense even. So it depends. So again and again, you must treat the answer, the output carefully. Okay, so let me go to the gems and ChatGPT now. Okay, so I'm still sharing my screen, right? And this is uh we go to gem first. Okay, now I need everyone to take out your laptop with you, open it up, sign in to Google Gemini now. We are going to do it together. Although you are not in front of me, but I hope we can do it together now. Okay, I give you some time because I also need a short toilet break now, but you utilize it to open up your laptop and then log into your Gemini by using your Delima account. For those who have Delima account, log in using your Delima account. For those who have any official account or any account, you also can do that as well. Okay, I give you some time to open up your laptop and to log in, and give me like 2 to 3 minutes toilet break. Yeah. Okay, sorry for that. That.
Okay. Okay, let's all take a break. Thank you.
Okay, so we are back. So do you have your laptop open now? If yes, give me some thumbs up so that we can do it together now. Yes, Shannon says yes, sir. Okay, and then how about others? Are you ready to do this together with me? Because I think it would be better if we do it together instead of you just watching me doing it. Yes, Zuhaili says yes. Yeah, how about others? FFAs, Ronald say yes. Lida say yes. Oh yeah, Sharifa say yes. Sharifa Nurul Ainul Fakiha. Okay, so I believe you all have logged in your Gemini already. Okay, so please log into your Gemini by using your Delima account and let us do our gems together. Okay, the first gems that we are going to do today is the article summarizer. Okay, the article summarizer. Let us see how we do it. Okay, you make a new gems here. You click the new gem. Okay, this is the button. Wait, you took first. You go to the left side of your Gemini, and then you click for explore gems, and then you click for the new gems. Okay. If I'm going too fast, please tell me. You tell me wait. You can tell me, sir, wait for me. Then I'll be happily to wait for you. Okay. Because I think this is a very important AI for you. This going to help you a lot. Okay. Yeah. Cool Xiao Jong. Happy to learn, and I'm happy to share today. So for example, you want article summarizer, right? So you just type article summarizer there. Okay. And then the instruction here, what is this instruction? This instruction is for your gems, which is your gems main objective and capabilities. And what style do you want? Oh no, sir, this is so hard to define. Don't worry, the gems will help you. Okay, so first, what we have to do here is you are going to help. Yeah, sorry. You are a research. You are research assistant. Sorry, research assistant, and going to help me to summarize. To summarize article into to summarize article, especially on its research objectives and questions. This mean when you put article here, it will summarize the article and it will extract the objective, the RO and the RQ of that research. And of course, what else we want to find is the methodology, finding, and research gaps. I think this is enough. If you want to have more, if you want to find more, you can always add here. You can always modify the from. Okay. So let us see if there is any suggestion. Okay. You can. Okay. I'm going to zoom it in. This is the button, which are going to rewrite your prompt. Okay. When you click that button, it will rewrite the prompt into a better one. Mine is writing now. You see, okay. Uh, okay. So this is what gems helped me with how it helped for me to improve my instruction, act as a research assistant, extract and clearly present the research objective question, help user quickly grasp the core contributive and limitation of a research paper without reading the full text. Behavior and rules, acknowledge the user request, ask the user, summarization process, and then post summarization, overall tone, be professional, knowledgeable, and helpful. I'm not the one who write this, but it was written by Gemini for me. So that's why for the prompting, right, you don't have to worry for gems. Eh? So after that, what you have to do is uh you just have to save. If you want to add some knowledge to the gems, you also can do that. You can add up to 10 files for gem to reference in chat. You can delete file at any time from here. But for article summarizer, I'm not going to add some knowledge today. But yeah, we are going to do some demo about this. Yeah. So after everything, you can click save, and then you can start chat. So now, every time you want to summarize an article, finding it research gap, you can use these gems here. Okay? Am I too fast? Okay. If I'm too fast, remember to tell me. You are, sir, please wait for me. It's okay. Okay? And then what we can do with this gem is I can upload some article. For example, let me check if I have some article here. Okay, this is the article. Wait, yeah. Hey, where is the article? Okay, here. Hey, sorry, I have to open it first. It's in the download, right? Wait, yeah, I opened the download files. Okay, wait, it haven't been extracted. Open. Sorry, I think we should extract all. We put it in this download lah. Sorry, in this download. Select folder. Okay, extract and done. Okay, so I'm going to upload some article here. Downloads. Okay, for example, where is the article just now that I've extracted? Settings download. Extract here. Sorry, yeah. Okay, it's there. So for example, I'm going to use this article first. Impact of donkey snap dan king DSK. Okay, so because I have put the instruction right now, right? I tell the gems to have its own function, right? So I just have to give the article. Okay, I don't have to rewrite all the prompt again and again because it's in the gems already. Okay, let us see what it's got to say. You see here, it's doing the analysis for you. Still, you have to read. Do not too overly dependent on the gems. Okay, so you see here, this is the output. Of course, I'm your research assistant, ready to help you summarize this article. Based on the article you provided, impact of DSK non-digital gamification card on fourth grade student math performance in fraction. Here is a summary. Okay, this is the research objective. Okay, it gives you there the research objective. The primary objective of the study was to investigate and determine the impact of non-digital gamification approach, specifically DSK fraction card. Okay, and then the research aimed to provide empirical evidence for the effectiveness of NDG as an innovative teaching tools compared to conventional method. Okay, and then what is this little link doing here? What it is actually where it's extract the data for you. Okay, you can click the link, you can click the chance like logo there. So you see, this is how it extract. It tells you where it extract the exact sentence. Okay, so this is where it is extract the exact sentence. Okay, how about this one? Okay, so for the research experiment, you can see that it is a quasi-experimental design. Okay, and then the sample consisted of 100 year 3 students from 2 national schools in Perak, Malaysia. The students were divided into 2 groups of 50 because this one is quasi-experimental, right? So still you have to know what is quasi. Okay, quasi-experimental. Okay, and then impact of this is the impact. Okay, this is where it get this information from. Okay, it took it from the abstract, and I believe also it took it from the other side as well. Yeah, also from this from the procedure part. Okay, and then key finding. The study found a statistically significant difference in mathematics achievement between the experimental group and the control groups. And students in the experimental group who use a NGD card performed significantly better mean than the student in the control group who use conventional method mean 11.95. Okay, and then the findings suggest that, so you see, it tells you the finding. The finding suggests that the gamification method created a fun, challenging, and competitive environment which increased student engagement, motivation, and interaction. Okay, what is the research gap? The research gap is the study sample was limited to non-dual language program. There it says the research gap there, which may limit the generalizability of the finding. Future research is recommended to include the student from DLP school as well. So yeah, there you go. You have your research gap. And then for the scope, the research focused specifically on the topic of fraction in primary school mathematics. The author suggests exploring the effect of NDG on different student level and in other subjects as well. Duration, the 4-week intervention period was intentionally short to control for external factor, but this may not be sufficient to capture the long-term effect of the energy method. So maybe you can do the longitudinal research for this. Okay, and then implementation and challenges, confining effect of reward. A potential limitation is that such student might focus more on reward than on learning. Okay, that is its confining effect of reward. The author suggests that in future studies, the control group should also receive reward to better distinguish between the effect of gamification and the effect of reward on student achievement. So would you like a summary of any other section, or do you have any further question about this article? I'm also ready to assist with a new article if you have one. Okay? So do you need article to do this? If you need article to do this, I'm going to share you this link. Okay, wait, I'm giving it to Liana, I think. Okay, I gave Liana the link if you need the articles, or if you have your own article, it's better. I think all of you have your own article in the laptop right now, but if you need the article, I can share it to. Wait, I share it to the live chat link there. Maybe you can use my article. Eh, so I've shared to you the Google Drive. You can find some article there, research article example, and you can try it on your own now. Okay, so I'm going to go to ChatGPT, research as a ChatGPT project now. If you still need time, can give you time, but if you are ready, please give me thumbs up on the live chat. Okay, Ivy and Natalie Lim already give me thumbs up, means they are ready to move on. How about the others? Are you ready to move on to the research project now? Cornelia also give the thumbs up. Okay. Lynn also give the thumbs up. Mean she tried that one. Lydia also. Eh, but nobody asked me to wait, right? So I can continue to the research project pula. So next one is the chat GPT. So I give you some time to open chat GPT now. Oh yeah, this is the example. I actually did it already for the sake of this course. So please everyone open your chat GPT now. Okay. And then if you have opened your chat GPT, what we can do is, okay, Hu Hin Ing also give me the thumbs up. Okay. What we have to do is we click the new project. Okay, this is the new project, right? You can click it, the new project at the left side there. Okay, you click the new project and then what you want the project names, for example, research supervisor. Okay, you can create the project. And then you click the create the project there. Okay, once you click the save button, so now you have your research supervisor already. Or research assistant. If you want to make it as a research assistant, also can. Research assistant. So you can use it from time to time. Okay. And now what you have to do is You must give the research assistant the knowledge. How to give it the knowledge? You can add files. Okay, you can add files. For example, okay, in the link that the admin shared, the Google Drive, okay, there are some ebook on panduan penyelidikan. Okay, this one is downloadable at the IPGM website there. Okay, you can download actually this one yourself at IPGM website. You can just go to the IPGM official website and download it from there. Okay, so for example, this is the buku panduan penyelidikan. I download it, yeah. Wait. Okay, and then you can add files to it. Okay, you can add this file and then go to the download there, buku panduan penyelidikan. You can add files. Okay, if you have more, for example, you want to add in the SKP lah. Okay, the SKP. So I fortunately I have the SKP here. Year 5 mathematics SKP, for example, because your research is about the about schools, right? But and the SKP is what you need so that the your ChatGPT project know what to refer. Okay, and then you click add files. Sorry, you click close button here, and then wait, yeah, I go again back to one. I'm taking again my prompt here. Okay, so again, your prompt must be tell you are an experienced. Wait, I zoom in here. You are an experienced research supervisor or research assistant. Kena letak supervisor also can. If you want to put research assistant also can. You are an experienced research supervisor in mathematics education. If you are in early childhood education, you can put early childhood education. Okay. If you are mathematics student, you can put mathematics education. If you are some English department, if you are from English department, you can put in uh, English as a second language education, English as a second language subject. Okay, you and then after that you will give me consultation on the making of my research paper. I am going to make a research on the effect of gamification in learning friction among year 5 students, specifically in problem solving skills. Okay, I am going, okay, tak nak I am going sini. I have uploaded the SKP and what else did I upload just now? What I upload just now is buku panduan pendidikan. Buku panduan penyelidikan for our reference. Okay? After that, you just click there. Just click send and you can see its response. So this is its response. Thanks for sharing both buku pendidikan and the SKP Matematik Tahun 5. I'll guide you step by step as your research supervisor. Yes, since your research is on the effect of gamification in learning fraction among year 5 students, specifically in problem solving skill, we need to align it with the research writing format and then curriculum alignment. So your research is based on the books there. and of course on the DSKP. Okay, so what else can we do with this project? You can use this chat GPT project to do a lots of things. Okay, so for example, uh, okay, you can also always check in my hands-out there. Actually, this is an hands-out. Okay, for example, you want to do some objective. Generate 3 clear objective. Okay, where can you find this file? You can find this file in the Google Drive link I provided just now. Okay, you can always go there to find some resources that I'm using. Okay, so you can put it there. Generate 3 clear research objective and related question for a study on gamified fraction learning. Is it okay? Because sorry, bukan Gemini. This one is Gemini. Okay, ChatGPT. Yeah. Generate 3 clear research objective and related question for a study on gamified fraction learning among your 5 students. If you are still not clear with your research objective. And then you can see there, here are 3 clear research objectives and their related research question tailored to your study on gamified fraction learning among your 5 students. Okay, so for example, to examine the effect of gamification on your 5 student achievement in solving fraction problem. Again, all these objectives you must go through with your human supervisor. Okay, you must go through all these research objective and research question with your human supervisor, the real supervisor. Okay, this is as a guideline only. Okay, see, would you like me to also generate hypothesis for objective 1, especially since it's measurable with pre and post test? So your study follow the experimental design structure from the buku Panduan Penyelidikan. So this one, it's suggesting you to use the experimental design. But after consulting with your supervisor, the real one, not the AI one, your supervisor suggesting that you do the action research, for example. Okay, you just tell the AI that you are going to do the action research instead. Okay, you can always tell this project on what to do. For example, I am planning to do action research for design. Draft suitable research objectives for me. Okay, if you want more, draft a suitable research objective with suitable with suggested instrument and analysis. You can also do that. You can always, because this research project, it have the context already. So your prompt, yes, it still must, you still have to prompt the prompt with details, but because it has context already, so the prompt won't be that long anymore. So you see, This is the research objective for the action research. To improve your 5 student understanding and problem solving skill in fraction through gamified learning. For this one, it might be the RO might be too long because it measure two things here, understanding and problem solving skill. So that's what I told you about the output of the AI. Sometimes it gives you something like too good to be true, or maybe something that is hard to measure. For example, like this case. Okay, so the instrument teacher design problem solving test pre and post within the cycle, descriptive statistic, main score, percentage increase, and comparison of pre post performance. And then the second one is to enhance your 5 student motivation and engagement in fraction learning using gamification strategy. See, you see it give you motivation and engagement. But for me, it's better you focus on one measurable things first. Okay, for example, motivation. How you measure it? Likert scale item plus teacher observation checklist during gamified lesson. So you can always check again this instrument. Either your supervisor will accept this or not. Again, whatever the AI told you, it might not be correct. Okay, you must always check with your supervisor again and again. And then to reflect the third one is to reflect on the challenges. Okay, reflective journal. So please, whatever the output is there, always check with your supervisor. Okay, the instrument, reflective journal, thematic analysis. Okay, so that is about the ChatGPT project. And then Gem AI, Gemini Gem AI. Okay, so are we clear on these two now? If we are clear, we are going back to the slide now. I think we are clear, right? So if you are clear, give me thumbs up so that I can move to the to back to my slide now. Give me thumb ups on live chat. Okay. All right. Okay. So thank you for the response. So I'm going back to the slide now. Okay. So this is that is about the Gemini Jam and ChatGPT project. Okay. Of course, there are more and more users of this ChatGPT project and Gemini Gems. I believe you are going to explore it on your own later. And you can always ask me, or you can always Google on how to maximize the users of these two AI, which is the Gems and project. Okay, so now we are going to the AI in research planning part. Okay, so you can use AI to generate and refine research topic by exploring different angles, identifying gaps in current literature, I've shared just now, and suggesting innovative approaches to establish a problem. Also, you can use it to objective generation, develop clear, measurable research objective and methodologies. AI can help structure your research questions using established framework like SMART. What is SMART? SMART is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. And then you also can use it for the topic refinement. Transform broad, unwieldy topic into focused, manageable search question that can be realistically addressed within your time frame and resources. Okay, so what you can do, is just you have to define specifically what is the research uh what do you want with the ChatGPT project or Gemini Gems. Okay, all of that can be used for these purposes. Example prompt: suggest three specific research objectives for a study investigating the effectiveness of gamifying fraction learning for your five students in Malaysian primary school, including measurable outcome and appropriate methodologies. This is the one of the prompt. AI excel at helping researchers move from vague interest to precise, actionable research plan that can drive meaningful academic contribution. But yes, again and again and again, I want to emphasize here that you must always refer uh, to your supervisor. Always refer to your supervisor. And of course, you have to check on your own first. Do not you generate the output from the AI and then you give directly to the supervisor. Also you cannot do that as well. But what you have to do is when the AI generate the output for you, you have to evaluate it first. You have to read it first. Does it in your context or not? And after that, then you go to your supervisor. Okay. So that is for the research planning. I think I'm done with that. Oh, I promised to you that about the prompt, right? Because at the beginning just now, you told me about the problem that you have to prompt. Okay, for that you can use gems. Okay. Okay, let me demo a little bit more on gems. You can click on new gems, prompt engineering, prompt engineer. Okay. You are an expert from engineer. You are going to help me improve my prompt for a better output from any AI models. And then you can click, again, you can click this button down here to improve your instructions and click save. Okay, so that is how and boom, you have your prompt engineer ready for you. And you can always put whatever prompt do you want here, and then the prompt engineer will improve it for you. Okay, sorry, I'm going back to the Gemini just for that purpose just now. Okay, so back to our slide. Okay, we have 5 more slides. Topic brainstorming. Okay, so done with the research and planning, you can use the Gemini Gems or research or ChatGPT project. Okay, for AI in literature review, now we are going to AI in literature review. The first one, today I am going to show you some AI only. I'm not going to share to you all the AI here. Okay, so for example, right, we have Elicit, we have Site, we have Research Rabbit, we have Consensus. Okay, for finding papers, you can use Undermine, Litmap, Borium. Reading papers, writing literature review, you can use Grammarly, data extraction, data analysis, and Vivo, managing references, Mendeley. And I was told that you all know how to use Mendeley already, and then managing references. Yeah, Zotero also can. You can use Site. You can use connected papers because I also seen your apa tu your response just now. Some of you have used connected paper, and then critical analysis for Site, and then research files, find references. You can use Google Scholar, proofread your paper. You can use review it, testify, and then relevant journal. You can use Journal Finder, Elsevier, or Sage. But this is not all the AI that you can use. There are much more and more AI out there you can use. You just have to explore. But today I'm going to share to you about the illicit side or research rabbit. It depends on our times lah, because it's 4:15 now. So let us go to how we are going to use AI for literature review. Okay, so this one I'm going to fasten my speed. Okay, so for example, we can use consensus here. This is consensus. Okay, you can use consensus. You can ask some questions. Okay, for example, can gamification enhance student engagement and learning? Okay, the the consensus will generate answer. I've generated this earlier to save times. Okay, so yes, gamification can enhance student engagement and learning, but its effectiveness depend on design context and individual different. That is the short answer. And then consensus answer. A consensus meter means uh, 17 paper is supporting this. Okay, sorry, 15 paper indicate yes, gamification can enhance student engagement. Okay, and then one paper, possibly, and then 6% of the paper mix. They do not find enough evidence to suggest either yes or no. That's what is meant by this this meter. Okay. So effectiveness of gamification. So you see here how this will help your literature review by telling you which paper supporting and which paper maybe give another answer. For example, effectiveness on gamification, multiple meta-analysis and empirical studies show that gamification generally led to increased student engagement. You can use this in your literature review. Okay. And then design and duration, potential downside, key claim, evidence strengths. Okay. And all the papers that you might need. Okay. You can read all this paper. Sir, there are too much paper to read, sir. That's why you have the gem just now. The Gemini gem just now. The what gem just now? The article summarizer. Okay. And then also the gem will help you to find the research gap also. And what else? That is about the consensus. How about the AI for site pula? So this is site. For example, you have some question, research question. Okay, let me recycle this research question. Can gamification enhance student engagement and learning? What if, okay, let's make this more detailed. Can gamification enhance student engagement and learning in problem infraction, for example, infraction, problem solving topics in primary school in Malaysia, primary school, and then you click go. It will answer your question, and this also can help with your literature review. Again, you must check and always check your answer here. Okay, we have to wait there. Gamification is increasingly recognized as viable strategy for enhancing student engagement and learning outcome across various educational contexts. Okay, it haven't yet finished generate. It fast checking the answer. Okay, so you see, it will give you the answer here. Again, you have to read the paper. If the paper too long, you can use the Gemini Gem to summarize it for you. Okay, and then you can upload. If you like the paper, you can upload this paper into the ChatGPT project. So it's interconnected between the AI there. You are not going to use only one AI. You are going to use a lot of AI. Okay. Some of the paper, it will provide you with the PDF here. Okay. For example, the effect of gamification teaching method in enhancing numeracy learning among primary school student in Tamil Nadu. Also, of course, that's why you have to really read. Sometimes it's not in Malaysia, but still you can use the support. But it's better for you to find the local, the one in Malaysia, and also supported from overseas also lah. Both, you must find both. Impact of gamification application on student attitudes to lesson and procrastination behavior. This is very interesting. I also want to read it now. Okay, so that is how you are going to find to enhance your literature review making. Okay, so what if I don't know? Because I remember just now, right? I remember just now. Some of you tell you don't even know how to start. Okay, that's where you must tell the your research assistant or your research supervisor AI just now that you don't know how to start. Just tell him where to start. Okay, you always treat the ChatGPT research project that we've met just now as a research assistant or research supervisor. You can tell it you don't know where to start as well. It will help you to plan as well. Okay, so let's back to the site. Another one is I want to share about the research rabbit. Okay, so for example, what research rabbit can do is it can help you to find the it can help you also with your literature review as well, and it can help you to find another related paper. Okay, for example, right? We want what else? What we want to search, for example, collaborative learning in early, sorry, early childhood education. Okay, like let me just put it there first. Later we are going to choose the paper. Okay, effectiveness of collaborative learning using artificial intelligence-based learning management system to enhance scientific literacy skill for early childhood education. Teacher candidate. This one is for teacher candidate. Collaborative learning for early childhood education. Okay, so let us choose this paper. The study of game-based learning approaches, effectiveness, and their limitation in early childhood education. You can add this to the collection there. Okay. You can also add other paper to the collection there, but let us use this paper first. Okay. And then when you use the paper, right, you can find out about its author. Siapa author? Okay, supposed to be akan jumpa similar works or references lah. Okay, so I think we have to add more. Collaborative learning in early childhood education. Wait, yeah, I add some more so that we can create the connection there. This one can. Yeah, early childhood education is not my major, but I'm trying my best to acknowledge this. Sorry, to share about the early childhood education as in my example as well. Deep learning, fostering social, cultivating education. Okay, can put that. Okay, so we have 3 paper here. Okay, and then, sorry, how about this one? So also not too much finding here. It's okay. Let me remove the paper as well. Paper first. Okay, we just do new collection lah. Okay, new collection. Okay. Mm, gamification in early mathematics. Gamification in mathematics education for early education in berapa, what is the age of early childhood education for primaries, elementary, primary, for preschool, for preschool students. Okay, let us see what it have. This one is a very latest one, paper 2025, effectiveness in the classroom, the impact of, okay, this one is for childhood education, mathematics childhood education, effect on gamification or critical thinking. Okay, grade 10. This one is secondary school in Muka, Sarawak also. It's also can find subject in Muka. Okay, we add, add to the collection. So you see, by adding this, we can find the related paper here, but I still cannot do the relation just now. It's okay. Okay. How about the other one? We find another one. We find something with gamification, something more general. Okay. Yeah, let us try this one because I want to show you how it's interconnected. Also, okay. Okay. Sure. Oh no. Okay. Basically, what Research Rabbit can do is it can help you also find the papers and find the connection of the paper to the other papers as well. So it will help you to trace the paper to back to the time or in the future. I mean, not in the future lah. If the paper is, for example, if the paper is from 2020, it can help you trace back the paper if the paper has been cited before or maybe it also cited around 2021, 2022, like that. Okay, so that is the Research Rabbit. Okay, I think it's 4:30, so I'm going back to my slide now. Okay, you can, okay, for the Research Rabbit, you can always, for the Research Rabbit, for the consensus, for the site and other AI, you can always explore on your own later. Okay, because this is just like what I've told you, this is the introduction first. Okay, so I'm going back to my slide. It's almost time. Okay, so that is the literature review part. And then for writing and editing, you can also use the AI for clarity enhancement. Transform rough paragraph into a clear, academically appropriate prose while maintaining your unique voice and argument structure, format conversion, translation support, grammar and style. Okay, for grammar and style, you can use the Grammarly or Quillbot for comprehensive grammar check and style improvement tailored to academic writing. Best practice, use AI to enhance your writing, not replace your thinking. Okay, do not be too overly dependent on the AI. You still must do the thinking. Again, I repeat, you still must do the thinking. Always review and refine AI suggestion to ensure they align with your research goals and maintain academic integrity. Okay, that is AI in writing and editing. Okay, so AI in analysis, upload a small to me. Okay, for AI in analysis, I'm not. What I've did before is I'm not going. I. It's not that I'm giving the data to the AI. You still have to do the data analysis. For example, you are going to do it. You are still going to do the, for example, the t-test, the inferential statistic test, for example, this SPSS. But what if you don't know how to use the SPSS? That's where you can ask the AI to help you with. You can tell the AI what data you have and what analysis is suitable. You can go back to your ChatGPT project, the research assistant you created at ChatGPT project there. You tell that AI, that research assistant AI, what is your problem? And for example, I don't know, for example, you don't know how to analyze the data you have, you ask the AI how to analyze the data. And then when you have the output right from the SPSS there, and you don't know how to read the output, okay, you can paste the output into the research assistant AI that we created just now. It will help you to read the output. Again, you must check the AI answer. Do not trust it 100%. Okay, always be very careful. You must have your own knowledge on the research first. You must always refer to the books, for example, Creswell books. Creswell is a very good books. And then you can also always refer to your real research supervisor. Okay? Do not simply trust the AI. Okay, and then for descriptive statistic, you can request comprehensive descriptive and statistic, including means, median, standard deviation, and distribution analysis to understand your data basic characteristic. By this means is, what descriptive statistic means is you can give the output of your research, give it to the AI for it to translate the output for you, give meanings of the output to you. And then for quick visualization, generate immediate visual representation of your data, including bar charts, scatter plot, and trend analysis to identify pattern and relationship. This one is not necessarily the Gemini or the ChatGPT. Okay, this one you can also generate it through the Excel. Okay, or through the Google Sheet. Ah, they also have the AI built in. Okay, but if you have ChatGPT, Gemini Pro, the AI will be built in within the Google Sheets. If you have the Gemini Pro, so even you can use also Excel. Excel also have the AI built in to help you with the quick visualization. It's not necessarily the ChatGPT or the Gemini only. And recommended tool, ChatGPT with code interpreter for instant analysis, powered by Copilot, AI assisted business intelligence. This is the recommended tool. Okay, so actually I have hands-on activity for you, but we are not going to do that. It's okay. Okay, so as a wrap up, AI is a powerful assistant, not a replacement for critical thinking. It amplifies human intelligence rather than substituting it. It will only help to enhance the human intelligence. But you are not going to let it replace you. You are still the one who are going to evaluate the output of the AI and modify it from there. Do not trust it 100%. Do not always copy and paste it into your research project. That is very wrong. You must evaluate it first. You must check the data fact there. Okay. And then second one, always verify, refine, and ethically use AI output. Maintain academic integrity while leveraging AI's capabilities. Okay. Always verify, refine, and ethically use AI. Explore multiple tools beyond ChatGPT and Gemini. There are more AIs out there, and I'm only sharing you three others than ChatGPT and Gemini. The AI landscape offers diverse solutions for different research needs. Okay. And then we encourage you to continue exploring this tool and technique in your own research. Remember, the goal is not to replace human insight, but to enhance your capability as a researcher and scholar. Okay, for example, like the GEMS right now, it can help you to summarize the article. Okay, it can help you finding the research gap for you, but still you must evaluate it carefully. Do not overly dependent on the AI itself only. Okay, so I think that is all from me, and we are going to Q&A now. So back to Nurliana, our MC today.
Thank you, Mr. Ahmad Muslim, for the insightful sharing. We will now have another Q&A session. Participants, please feel free to share your questions in the chat box. Okay, for the first question from Nazatul Nadra, what are some risks or challenges of using AI in research that we should be aware of?
Okay. Uh, Thank you, Miss Nazatul Nazra. That is a very good question. What are some risks and or challenges of using AI in research that we should be aware of? Okay, let me start with the risk first. The risk of using AI in research is again the ethic and also the output. Because again, I tell you the output might be the AI might be hallucinates, or it might give you some answers that is not suitable for the real life situation or in your situation. So that is the risk. Okay, the challenges is how to make use of the AI, how to prompt a good prompt. Okay, so that's why my suggestion is how to prompt a good prompt is you make a prompt engineer gems, Gemini gems, so that it will help you to prompt better. That is the challenges lah. One of the challenges of using AI. Okay, the risk. Also, I want to add some more on the risk of using AI. Sometimes the AIs might, if you open one contact window of the AI, right? Sometimes if the contact is too much, if it's overly limit, the AI will hallucinate. It will give you some out of context answer instead of in context answer. So still, we as a human, we as a researcher, we must have the knowledge of the research itself first, so that we can evaluate the output of the AI. Does the output logic or not? Okay. I hope my answer can help Nazatul Nadra just now. Is there any more? You are welcome, Nazatul Nadra.
Is there any more question? You can ask directly in the chat box. Okay, please take this opportunity to ask since we have open time. Okay, second question from intern Tini. If AI tools get so advanced that they can write almost the whole paper, how do we decide what part is really the researcher's work?
Okay. Hello, Intan. That is a very good question, Intan. If AI tools get so advanced that they can write almost the whole paper, how do we decide what part is really the researcher works? Okay, that is the reader's work. I mean, like that is the where the internal examiner or the reader going to place their role. We are going to see if sometimes it's very difficult to differentiate between the real writing and the AI writing. But remember, AI sometimes it miss context. Sometimes it's give you some situation that is very uh too ideal or not suitable, uh or easy to say out of context writing. So we as a reader and also we as a reader, we must always read and understand the paper exactly. We can actually detect which part is from the AI. Also, this is also where the research ethics come in. All of us as a researcher, we must follow the ethics or the guidance by the MOE and IPG. Okay, we must follow the ethics there. So it depends on the researcher integrity as well. Plus, nowadays we also have AI. Plus, it also nowadays we also have AI detector. So you must be very careful. So this is a reminder to all students. We have AI detectors nowadays. So you must always make sure that you do not just copy paste from the AI. Do not done by AI. Again, remember the previous slide. Do not get it done by AI, but do it with AI instead. Okay, Intan? Does that answer your questions? If Intan Tini have some if Intan Tini is still not clear about the question, you can ask some more. You can continue the question some more. It's not a problem. Do you think Oh, Intan says thank you. Okay, the next question. Do you think
Okay,
AI can Noliana, are you going to read that? Or you're
it's
going
okay.
to let me read?
You can read it.
Okay, I can read. So do you think AI can ever replace human judgment in research? Or will it always remain just a tool? Easy answer, it will remain just a tool. Because the judgment in research is still human. Okay? Do not, just like I told just now, sometimes AI just give you a too good to be true or some out of context answer or judgment. Okay, because it's not human. Okay, only human knows what human needs. So that's why it's still, the AI still needs human uh to guide it. Okay, so that's why human must is still needed to justify or to evaluate the AI judgment in research. So again, the answer is no. AI cannot replace human judgment in research. That's why if you want to use AI, do not use it without your own knowledge. That's why you still must attend the research course. That's why you must still read the research book so that you know how to evaluate the AI answer. Okay? I hope that this will answer Fatini Sophia. You are welcome, Fatini Sophia. Is there any more questions?
I think that's the end of our Q&A session. Thank you, Mr.
Okay,
Ahmad Muslim, for your
you're
question and
welcome.
your talk. Mm, As we come to the end of today's workshop, I would like to sincerely thank our speakers, Mr. Matt Lifton and Mr. Ahmad Muslim, for their valuable insights and contributions. We also wish to thank all participants for your active engagement and presence throughout the session. We hope that this workshop has provided a clearer understanding of the opportunities and challenges of using AI in research while reinforcing the importance of academic integrity. Before we end, please complete the Google form attendance that has been shared. Please ensure it is filled in before leaving the session. Thank you. Mana? Thank you for your attendance. Um, Now we are going to end our session. Thank you. Now,